You travel more than anyone I've ever spoken to in my life. It's fascinating to me to wonder how you still have a personal life and you still are a functioning human being while also absolutely crushing it, doing what you love to do.
First off, you have to love what you do. If you don't love what you do, you're going to get burned out. And so that's the real first piece of this. A lot of people call me up, a lot of retired military judges, other JAGs who are just getting out. They say, oh, I want to be a civilian defense counsel. It looks like an easy way to make some money, and it's the worst way to make money. I mean, there are so many better ways to do it. Trust me, if you want to go into this business to get wealthy, it's the hardest road possible. So it's not a great idea. It starts with finding what you do and just loving what you do. And if you love what you do, then it's not work. It is work, but you're not going to get burned out as much. The second piece is time management is critical. You have to have time management. You have to take care of yourself. Like I put in other videos, very importantly, it's organizing your time. So like every morning, Monday through Friday at least, I'm up at 5. I'm at the gym by 5:40, 5:45 every morning. I make sure I get to the gym and take care of myself. Importantly, I get home. The kids are up. I help my wife get the kids ready. This is when I'm not traveling. And our school's in our same neighborhood, so I take the kids to school in the morning. It's awesome. I love taking my kids to school every morning. And that's something I try to do every morning. And then from there, I'm in the office, or either working from home, my home office, or I'm in the office, depending on what's going on for the day. And you're trying to get done everything you can. You try to organize and get the most important things done first, early in the morning or in the morning, because you don't want to procrastinate and do those. And it's when you're working, and you got to stay, very, very focused, so that if it's 6 o'clock and I want to go home and spend time with my family, I have the ability to do that. And I do that quite often. I mean, the time I have, I have 4 children, and so they're all massively important to my life. And I want to make sure I spend high quality time with them, because there are times I'm traveling 2, 3, 4, 5 weeks in a row. And so it's building out your calendar, building out your schedule, and not letting people hijack your calendar and hijack your schedule, which happens all the time. Someone will want to get on your calendar and talk to you about something that's critically important to them, and it's really not that pressing, or it's not, doesn't happen to happen right now. And so you can lose a tremendous amount of time. If I'm in the middle of writing a motion to suppress, for example, and I'm mid-thought and I've got 3 hours or 4 hours blocked off to, work on that, and then midway through, someone wants to talk with me about something that, is not really that important at that moment, it can be very distracting. So if you take a phone call right then, and you stop writing that motion, and now you've lost half an hour talking to someone, whether it's on a case or whatever it happens to be, now you have to pick that up and you have to start the process over. You don't get a whole hell of a lot done. And I'm not a big fan of multitasking, because I've always believed that multitasking is doing a lot of things poorly. So just take all that energy and do one thing well. And that's why, sometimes people will call in and need a consultation. I'll need to schedule them on my calendar. There's a reason for that, is because if they retain me and I'm writing their suppression motion, they don't want me stopping halfway through to walk someone through how to do an NJP. And so it's managing your calendar very well, not allowing others to hijack your time, being in control of that. That way you can be highly productive, highly focused. And what you find out is you can get a lot done during the day. And so that's how you really need to do that. And you need to be able to do that, not just for a day. You don't just watch some Tony Robbins crap and then do it for 3 days and fall off the wagon. That needs to be part of your rhythm, part of your battle rhythm, part of your lifestyle. And you do that week in and week out. And so that's part of it. And then the other piece is when I'm traveling, that, I've gotten so adept at, I travel literally 250,000 miles a year, every year for the last 14 years. And that I haven't, except for COVID, I think I did 150,000 during COVID, which was insane. But I haven't had a year under 250,000 miles aside from COVID, in 15 years. So that really is part of my battle rhythm. So when I'm traveling there, I typically have some advance warning I'm traveling, although I've a couple times in my career, I've traveled to a foreign country the next day. That's rare, but I've done that before. So you have to plan ahead. So you have to look at what's due. You have to look at what the deliverables are and get those done ahead of time. And I have an amazing wife, an amazing family, and she's been with me from the very beginning, through this whole process. So she understands that when I'm gone for a week or 2 weeks or a month, that I'm out there, doing this work. And she takes care of everything back home. And so you have to have, without that, I'd have a really hard time doing it as well. So I'm in a really good position because I love what I do. I'm passionate about what I do. We do great work that impacts people's lives every day. I've always been a very highly motivated and highly productive person. I'm very good with time management and using my time efficiently and wisely for my clients, for myself, and for my family. And I have an amazing wife and then, 4 amazing kids who, one of them's very, very young and one's, getting ready to be a pilot himself. So I have a big spread. But that being said, they have all kind of bought into this lifestyle that we have and what I do for a living. And it's been incredibly rewarding. So that's why I've been able to do it for the last 15 years. And that's my plan on, I have no plan on stopping anytime soon. And that's how it happens. If you want to reach out to me and do a consultation and take this to the next level, give me a call at 813-669-3500 or reach out to us on our website, www.bileckilawgroup.com.